My respected elders, my brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope everybody had a good Eid. And I also hope by now that you've digested your biryanis, your chicken tikkas, your pakoras and your samosas. The last time I was in Liverpool, MashaAllah, after the talk the brothers shared their biryanis and their chicken tikkas with me. However, I must mention, it was my brothers that were doing the eating. I, on the other hand, was receiving a bombardment of questions, all seemed to be relating to the jinn, while my brothers were enjoying themselves eating. Obviously these brothers, they were interested, keen, you can say curious about the jinn. Mind you, they were not the only ones. Wherever you seem to go, you find people talking about jinns, talking about some house which may have a jinn inside it, or talking about some human being which might be possessed by a jinn. People love talking about things like this. People love talking about things which are of extraordinary nature, things which may be irrelevant, things which will have no effect on his iman or on his daily life as a practicing Muslim. People just love talking about strange things, and it seems as if this is human nature. Talk about UFOs, talk about aliens, talk about dinosaurs and things of this nature, and people will listen to you for hours without even blinking. But on the other hand, talk about tafsir, talk about issues relating to fiqh, Islamic jurisprudence. 2 minutes into the talk and you will find people yawning. You will find people fidgeting, moving and leaving. This, unfortunately, is the state of the Ummah. So anyway, today, to save myself keep on answering the same questions time after time, I've decided to talk about the jinn and pass an hour relating stories to you. So you can go home and relate these stories to your brothers, to your sisters, and to your friends and your mothers and fathers. Ibn Aqeel relates in Al-Fanun, كان عندنا دار كلما سكنها ناس أصبحوا موتى. He says that we had a house, and every time somebody lived inside his house, next morning this guy's a goner, he's already reached the heavens, he's died. He says on one occasion what happened was a man came from Maghrib. He looked at the house, he was pleased with it, and he took it on rent. Next morning, this guy is still walking and talking, this guy is still alive. Everybody is astonished, the neighbors surprised. How come this guy is still alive? He still made it. Not only did he make it, he stayed in that house for a period of time, and only then did he move. When he moved, the neighbors, the locals asked him. He said, on the first night, I prayed Salatul Isha, and I began to recite the Quran. I began to recite the Quran when all of a sudden a young man came out of the well. He greeted me with salam. I was terrified. A young guy coming out of the well. He said to me, don't be worried. Alimni shay'in min al-Quran. All I want you to do is teach me some Quran. I began to teach him the Quran. I then asked him, هذه الدار كيف حديثها? What's the score with this house? Why is everybody afraid to live inside this house? How come everybody that used to live in here used to wake up dead? He replied, نحن جن مسلمون نقرأ ونصلي وهذه الدار ما يكثر بها إلا الفساق. That we are Muslim jinn. We pray the Quran and we also pray. And majority of the times this house was rented by fasiqeen, fusaq, sinners. They would spend their time taking intoxicants and alcohol. And we dislike this.